Welcome to the German 10 Pfennig Collector, your ultimate destination for everything about Germany's historic 10 Pfennig coins. From dusty coins found in old drawers to rare, high-grade treasures, we uncover the stories behind these small yet fascinating pieces of history. Here on our channel. You'll discover detailed history and background of each 10 Pfennig coin, insights into mint marks and rarity D, F, G, J, current market values in dollars for collectors, worldwide tips on grading, preserving, and buying coins, and exciting stories about coins that once jingled in the pockets of everyday Germans. These small coins aren't just metal, they're pieces of history. Each 10 Pfennig coin tells a story about Germany's post-war economy, its culture, and the lives of millions of people who use them every day. Whether it's a 1970s classic, a rare mint mark, or a coin in pristine extra-fine condition, every coin has a tale to tell. So if you love coins, history, or collectibles, you've come to the right place. Hit subscribe, ring the bell icon, and join our community of passionate collectors as we explore the fascinating world of German 10 Pfennig coins, one coin at a time. Let's start this journey together. The 1988 German 10 Pfennig coin with the J mint mark, its history, how rare it really is, and what collectors are paying for it today in US dollars. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin has a story to tell. Let's explore. The 10 Pfennig was a circulating coin of the Federal Republic of Germany, the small change in your pocket until the introduction of the euro. Year: 1988. Denomination: 10 Pfennig. Mint mark: J, Hamburg. Metal: brass-plated steel. Diameter: approximate 21.5 millimeters. Weight: 4 g. Plain edge, simple and utilitarian. This coin falls under catalog number KM number 108 in most world coin guides. In 1988, these coins were minted at 4 German mints: D, Munich; F, Stuttgart; G, Karlsruhe; J, Hamburg. The J mint mark indicates it was struck at the Hamburg Mint, and that matters to collectors. To understand this coin's story, we need a bit of context. In 1988, West Germany was still a separate country, the Berlin Wall still stood, and the Deutsche Mark was the backbone of a strong post-war economy. The Pfennig was everyday change, something you'd use to buy a newspaper or a bottle of soda. These coins circulated widely until the euro replaced the Deutsche Mark in 1999 to 2002. After that, Pfennig coins were no longer legal tender, yet they became collector items. The oak sprig on the obverse symbolized growth and strength, a symbolic motif rooted in German numismatic tradition. The total mintage of the 1988 10 Pfennig J was about 112 million coins, which sounds like a lot, and it is. That makes this coin fairly common in circulation. But here's why collectors care. Circulating coins are everywhere. But higher grade examples like extra fine or better are rarer because most were pocket change and show wear over time. Proof versions struck with polished dies for collectors also exist in much smaller numbers, but that's a different niche entirely. Now for the big question: how much is this coin worth today? According to older numismatic retail value lists, a 1988 10 Pfennig J in slightly worn condition is worth around $1 to $2 USD, and an almost perfect example can be around $3 to $10 USD. However, and this is key, these values aren't high compared to rare world coins. They reflect that this coin was widely minted and circulated. Even a coin in extra fine condition isn't typically a big-ticket item, though higher grades can command more from the right buyer. eBay listings show sellers asking around €1 or more for similar coins, depending on condition. That translates to roughly $1.50 plus USD. Keep in mind actual sale prices vary, and grading by NGC or PCGS can increase interest and price, especially for coins in high condition. Does this make the coin rare? In the strict coin collecting sense, not really. With over 112 million struck, it's common. But graded high-grade examples, especially in certified XF or better condition, are scarcer than the everyday pocket coin, and that's where interest lies. So while it's not a hidden treasure worth thousands, it's still a cool piece of history and a nice collectible for beginner to mid-level sets. If you want to collect or sell, get your coin properly graded. XF, AU, or MS grades help buyers trust condition. Compare recent sales, not just asking prices. Know the differences between circulation and proof coins. Also remember, the sheer number minted makes plain 1988 Pfennigs common, but a coin in top condition still has numismatic value beyond face value. So there you have it. The 1988 German 10 Pfennig J coin is a piece of history, a window into Germany's pre-euro currency, and a collectible worth knowing about while not a blockbuster rar ity. In extra fine condition, it has a modest value and appeal for collectors worldwide. Next coin. The 1982 10 Pfennig with the F mint mark from Stuttgart. It's common, old, and maybe in your drawer right now. But could it have hidden value? Stick around as we dive into its history, condition impact, market value today in dollars, and whether this dusty coin might actually be worth more than you think. The 10 Pfennig coin was part of the Deutsche Mark currency system used in West Germany, everyday small change before the euro arrived in 1999 to 2002. The F mint mark tells us this one was struck at the Stuttgart Mint. This coin is catalogued under KM number 108, with a 21.5 mm diameter and weighing about 4 g, made of brass-plated steel. Unlike rare gold or silver coins, these were mass-produced for circulation. That means millions were stamped and spent in regular commerce. In 1982, the Cold War was still shaping Europe, Germany was divided, and the Deutsche Mark was a symbol of economic strength. The oak sprig on the obverse wasn't just decoration, it symbolized growth and recovery after World War II, something every German citizen living through the post-war decades could relate to. The Pfennig itself was like the cent to the dollar, necessary for everyday purchases, but not something people usually saved in large quantities. For the specific 1982 F coin, circulation mintage numbers are estimated at around 85 million coins, making it quite common. Compared to other mint marks in the same year, the 1982 F is still among the more numerous issues, but as always, condition matters. While millions exist in circulated condition, coins in clean, high grades, or uncirculated examples are rarer and more desirable. Now let's talk value, and here's where things get realistic. For a dusty or circulated 1982 10 Pfennig F coin, typical collector price ranges are very modest, around 15 cents to 26 cents USD depending on condition. In circulated grades, especially coins with heavy wear, dirt, or dust, buyers will typically pay only a few cents above face value. This reflects the high mintage and everyday use of this coin. Even in extra fine condition, prices rarely go much higher, often only a few tenths of a dollar. That said, there are reports of extremely high auction results, such as listings showing a 1982 F specimen reaching into the tens of dollars or more when part of rare, graded, or error lots. One online catalog reports a record auction result in Europe far above typical marketplace values. But these are exceptions, often tied to exceptional grading, like NGC/PCGS, or special collector demand. So is this coin rare? Not really. With millions struck, many are still around. The dusty and worn ones you find in pocket change or collections today are common. Value tends to come from condition. A pristine or certified coin can attract collectors, but for everyday dusty examples, the market value stays low if you're collecting or thinking of selling. Clean gently, don't clean coins harshly, it usually lowers value. Grade matters. Higher grade coins, XF, AU, MS, get more attention. Certification, NGC/PCGS, can help attract buyers and higher prices. Compare actual sold prices, not just listing prices on sites. In summary, the 1982 German 10 Pfennig F is a piece of history, a living relic from everyday life in West Germany, but for most dusty, circulated examples, it holds modest collector value in USD. Still, for coin lovers, it's a fascinating window into numismatic history. Next coin. The 1981 German 10 Pfennig coin with the F mint mark from Stuttgart. Who its history, what it's worth in today's market in US dollars, and whether this dusty old coin could be a hidden collectible. Let's jump in. The 10 Pfennig was a common coin in the Deutsche Mark currency system of the Federal Republic of Germany, essentially the German equivalent of 10 cents. The F mint mark on this coin tells us it was struck at the Stuttgart Mint, one of 4 mints producing these coins in 1981. Here are the specs. Year: 1981. Denomination: 10 Pfennig. Mint mark: F, Stuttgart. Composition: brass-plated steel. Weight: 4 g. Diameter: 21.5 mm. Edge: plain, simple and utilitarian. This coin was everyday small change in Germany for decades, until the euro replaced the Deutsche Mark in 2002. Online Coin Club. In 1981, West Germany was a stable and prosperous economy in the heart of Europe during the late Cold War era. The Deutsche Mark was strong, and coins like this 10 Pfennig circulated widely, used for everyday purchases like bread, tram tickets, or a cup of coffee. On the obverse you'll see the oak leaf, a long-standing German symbol of strength and resilience, surrounded by the text Bundesrepublik Deutschland and the year. That's paired with a reverse showing the big numeral 10 and the word Pfennig below the F mint mark, an easy design meant for fast. These coins were in circulation for over 20 years, until February 28, 2002, when the Deutsche Mark was fully replaced by the euro and Pfennigs were demonetized. Now let's talk numbers. In 1981, about 117.4 million 10 Pfennig coins with the F mint mark were produced for circulation, a high figure indicating they weren't scarce when new. For comparison, 1981 D, Munich, 135 million. 1981 G, Karlsruhe, 69 million. 1981 J, Hamburg, 138 million. So while the F-mint coin isn't rare in absolute terms, higher condition examples, especially coins that escaped heavy circulation, are now harder to find. Here's what collectors are paying today. Keep in mind values vary widely based on condition, and most of these coins were pocket change, so dusty, worn pieces are the more typical market values, approximate. Good/heavily worn, $0.10 $0.15 USD. Fine/moderate wear, $0.11 $0.13 USD. Very fine/nicer wear, $0.15 $0.25 USD. Extra fine/very sharp details, slightly higher but still modest. For the 1981 F, most listings show values around $0.11 for coins in average condition. Even in VF or XF, the prices rarely exceed $1. So while it's historic, this isn't a coin you'll commonly see selling for hundreds of dollars on the market. Why such low prices? Simple, millions were made, and a ton of them still exist. Most were spent, saved, and passed down, not tucked away in pristine condition. Collectors typically seek scarcer dates, mint errors, proof coins, or uncirculated pieces, and the 1981 F just doesn't tick those boxes unless it's unusually well preserved. Even collectors online often say that in dusty condition, these coins are neat to hold but not big value drivers, a fun collectible rather than a treasure with huge monetary worth. If you're collecting or planning to sell, grade the coin honestly. Overgrading lowers buyer interest. Don't clean it harshly. Original surface is better than overclean shine. Compare actual sales. Ask prices don't always reflect what buyers pay. Consider grading by NGC or PCGS only if the coin is really sharp and uncirculated. Coins like this are great for building a set of German Pfennig coins from different years and mints. The 1981 German 10 Pfennig with the F mint mark may not be a coin that will make you rich, but it's rich in history, a piece of everyday life from West Germany's past. Its modest market value doesn't take away from its charm, and for many collectors, it's a perfect example of how history and hobbies meet. Next coin. The 1980 German 10 Pfennig with a D mint mark, a coin from Munich that has history, character, and collector interest, especially in extra fine condition. Are these coins worth more than their face value? Let's find out. The 10 Pfennig coin was part of the Deutsche Mark currency, the official money of West Germany, until the euro arrived in 1999 and fully replaced the mark by 2002. The D mint mark on this coin tells us it was struck in Munich, one of Germany's key mints. Here are its basic specs. Year: 1980. Denomination: 10 Pfennig. Mint mark: D, Munich. Composition: brass-plated steel. Diameter: 21.5 mm. Weight: 4g. Edge: plain. This coin was everyday change, something you could spend on a newspaper, a snack, or bus fare back in 1980. But what makes it interesting today is not what it could buy back then, it's what collectors might pay for it now. In 1980, West Germany was a thriving economy in the heart of Europe. The Deutsche Mark was respected worldwide for its stability. Coins like this 10 Pfennig were part of daily life pocket change passed from hand to hand, used and reused for many years. On the obverse, you'll see the words Bundesrepublik Deutschland and the year. The oak sprig symbolized growth and rejuvenation, themes deeply rooted in German numismatic tradition. On the reverse, the number 10 and the word Pfennig show the value, with a small D mint mark nearby, a little letter with a big story. This design stayed in circulation for many years, until the euro took over in the early 2000s. The 1980 D coin had a circulation mintage of about 65.45 million pieces. While that may sound like a lot, compared to some other coins from the same year, it's relatively moderate. For example, the F mint mark coins had over 122 million struck. Even so, a mid-range mintage doesn't make it rare in the strictest sense. Tens of millions still exist. What is rarer is finding one in extra fine condition, meaning it has retained sharp detail with only light wear because most were used and became worn over decades of circulation. Let's talk money. What is a 1980 10 Pfennig D actually worth today? According to market catalogs and collector databases, typical collector values for this coin range between about 14 cents and $0 and 16 cents in most grades. In extra fine, you might expect around $0 and 16 cents or slightly higher. That means even high-grade, uncirculated examples tend to sell only a few cents above that because so many were made and so many survive. Unlike rare gold or silver coins, these are base metal circulation pieces. This may not seem like a lot, but if you collected multiple mint marks or years with higher grade examples, the value can add up, especially for a full set. You might be wondering, with history and decades behind it, shouldn't this coin be worth more? The answer lies in supply and demand. Because millions were minted and many survived into collectors' hands, this coin isn't rare in a broad market sense. Unless a coin has unusual errors, extremely sharp detail, or has been professionally graded, most examples are simply common collectibles, perfect for a beginner's collection, but not usually a big investment. If you're interested in collecting coins like this, here are some tips. Evaluate condition honestly. Extra fine means strong detail with minimal wear. Avoid harsh cleaning. Cleaning can reduce collector value. Consider slabbing. Professional grading, NGC/PCGS, can boost buyer confidence for nicer coins. Compare actual sales. Websites like eBay or market databases can show what coins actually sell for versus asking prices. So, there you have it. The 1980 German 10 Pfennig with a D mint mark is a charming piece of numismatic history. While it's not a blockbuster rare coin with huge value in dollars, in extra fine condition it's a neat collectible piece with modest market appeal and a great example of post-war German coinage. Next coin. The 1976 German 10 Pfennig coin with the F mint mark, minted in Stuttgart, and why collectors value it today, especially in extra fine condition. The 10 Pfennig coin was part of the Deutsche Mark system, the official currency of West Germany before the euro. The F mint mark tells us it was struck at the Stuttgart Mint, one of four producing these coins in 1976. Key specifications. Year: 1976. Denomination: 10 Pfennig. Mint mark: F, Stuttgart. Composition: brass-plated steel. Diameter: 21.5 mm. Weight: 4g. Edge: plain. These coins were everyday change, used for small purchases like newspapers, snacks, or tram tickets, yet decades later, some have survived in remarkable condition, and that's where collectors see value. 1976 was a time of economic growth and stability in West Germany. The Deutsche Mark was a symbol of strength, and coins like this 10 Pfennig were part of daily life. On the obverse, you'll see the text, Bundesrepublik Deutschland, the year, and the iconic oak sprig, representing strength and endurance, a traditional German numismatic motif. The reverse shows the large numeral 10, with the word Pfennig and the F mint mark near the base. This design was simple, practical, and instantly recognizable to the German public. The 1976 F10 Pfennig coin had a mintage of approximately 74.88 million coins, a high number, but lower than some other mint marks, making it moderately less common in higher grades. Although millions survive, coins in extra fine condition, showing minimal wear, strong details, and sharp mint marks are scarcer because most circulated heavily for years. What is this coin worth today? Value depends heavily on condition. Good/heavily circulated, 10 to 12 cents USD. Fine/moderate wear, 12 to 15 cents USD. Very fine/some detail loss, 15 to 20 cents USD. Extra fine, 20 to 50 cents USD. Even in extra fine condition, these coins generally have modest market values because of their high mintage. Yet collectors prize them for completing sets of German 10 Pfennig coins by year and mint mark. Despite its history, the 1976 F10 Pfennig isn't a rare coin in the absolute sense. Millions were produced and many survived. The value comes from condition, not scarcity. Collectors specifically seek coins with minimal wear, intact mint marks, and sharp design details. If you want to collect or sell coins like this, grade honestly. Extra fine or higher brings more interest. Avoid harsh cleaning. Original surfaces are preferred. Professional grading, NGC/PCGS, can help if your coin is near mint condition. Check actual sold prices, not just asking prices on marketplaces like eBay or collector forums. These coins are great for building a complete set of German 10 Pfennig coins by year and mint. Mark the 1976 German 10 Pfennig F coin may not make you rich, but it's a charming piece of history, a small, everyday coin that survived decades and now tells a story to collectors. In extra fine condition, it's a valuable piece for your set and a reminder of Germany's post-war economic era. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment to let us know which coin we should explore next.